Hey everyone, this is your nurse Arwina. Welcome to my channel. In this presentation, I will explain to you the tic-tac-toe method of ABG interpretation and make it easy as 1, 2, 3. Let's take a look on different example at the end of this presentation for you to easily understand how to do the ABG analysis. Let's go! Don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel. What is ABG? It is used to monitor the acid-base balance to determine the extent of compensation by the body and measures the acidity of the blood, level of oxygen, and carbon dioxide. Unlike other sample, it is taken in artery, commonly on radial and brachial. What are the components of ABG? There are three components of ABG. Number one is pH with a normal value of 7.35 to 7.45. PaCO2, which is the lungs, is the one responsible, 35 to 45 millimeter mercury. Last one, which is HCO3, which is the kidney, is the one responsible, 22 to 26 milliequivalent per liter. What is acid-base balance? It is a coordinated effort by the kidney and the lungs. Combine this organ, it excretes approximately 15,000 millimole of carbon dioxide and 50 to 100 milliequivalent of non-volatile acid daily. What are the goals of ABG analysis? To determine if it is under acidosis or alkalosis, to determine if it is metabolic or respiratory, and then the last one, if it is fully compensated, partially compensated, or uncompensated. Let's take a look on example number 1. pH 7.26, PaCO2 of 32 millimeter mercury, and then the last one, HCO3, 18 milliequivalent per liter. By using the tic-tac-toe grid, pH, which is 7.26 less than 7.35, it will fall under acidosis. And then the PaCO2, which is 32 millimeter mercury, it will fall less than 35. It is alkalosis. If the PaCO2 is less than 35, it is alkalosis. If it is more than 45, it is acidosis. And then the last one, HCO3, 18 milliequivalent per liter, it is less than 22, so it is acidosis. So we will draw a line from pH to HCO3, and then the answer is metabolic acidosis partially compensated. Why it is partially compensated? Because the PaCO2 are doing something to balance the acid and the base. Example number 2, pH 7.44, PaCO2 of 30 millimeter mercury, and the HCO3, which is 21 milliequivalent per liter. Using the tic-tac-toe grid, pH, which is 7.44, it falls under the normal. But since it is near to 7.45, we will put an arrow towards alkalosis. PaCO2 of 30 millimeter mercury, since it is less than 35, it falls under alkalosis, PaCO2. And then the last one, the HCO3, which is 21, we will put it under the acidosis because it is less than 22. So the answer is respiratory alkalosis compensated. Why it is compensated? Because the pH falls under the normal values. Example number 3, pH 7.25, PaCO2 60 millimeter mercury, HCO3 22 milliequivalent per liter. Using the tic-tac-toe grid, pH 7.25 fall under acidosis because it is less than 7.35. PaCO2, which is 60 millimeter mercury, it falls under acidosis because it is more than 45. HCO3, which is 22 milliequivalent per liter, it falls under normal. And based on this example, the answer is respiratory acidosis uncompensated. Why it is uncompensated? Because the HCO3 or the kidney are not doing something to normalize the acid and the base. So what are the causes of respiratory acidosis? Actually, we have two types of respiratory acidosis. Number one is the acute. On this acute type, type, respiratory acidosis, it occurs immediately. If it is left untreated, symptoms will get progressively worse, and it is medical emergency and can become life-threatening. What about chronic? It is a respiratory acidosis develops over time. It doesn't cause symptoms. Instead, the body adapts to the increased acidity. And then what about the respiratory alkalosis? Respiratory alkalosis is a disturbance in acid and base balance due to alveolar hyperventilation. What are the causes of hyperventilation? If the patient has panic, if the patient has hyperthermia, damage on the brainstem, if there is metabolic acidosis, diabetic ketoacidosis, if the patient is pregnant, and if there is salicylate toxicity. What are the causes of metabolic acidosis? It is characterized by an increase in plasma acidity. Risk factors: diabetic ketoacidosis, chronic renal failure, chronic hypoxia, obesity, diarrhea, dehydration, if the patient has aspirin toxicity, and if there is methanol poisoning. On the other hand, what is metabolic alkalosis? Metabolic alkalosis is defined as elevation of the body's pH above 7.45. Metabolic alkalosis involves a primary increase in serum bicarbonate. What are the risk factors? If the patient is having vomiting, sodium bicarbonate overdose, hypokalemia, and nasogastric suctioning. Your health is your number one priority. Don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok account. See you then on my next video.